simply about confidence and me going on my journey of self-love and me helping you go on your journey as well. So today we're going to be doing another Black History Month person. And instead of me doing it as well, I'm going to be interviewing my dad on his person. Please introduce your person.
Hi everyone, my name is Dietrich Moon. I am the author of the Unexpected Journey, Fire and Gold. I am also the editor of The Rules of a Big Boss, a book of self-love. Today we're going to be talking about Nat King Cole. Many of you may know Nat King Cole because of his song, Chestnuts Over an Open Fire, also known as the Christmas song. You may also know him from Unforgettable, but Nat King Cole was so much more than that. Nat King Cole was born in Montgomery, Alabama on March 17th, 1919. He and his family moved away from Montgomery, Alabama to Chicago at the time that he was 4 years old, and he was raised there. He learned to play the piano from his mother when he was about 4 years old. His dad was his mother was an organist, and his father was a preacher. And he made his debut in the church in singing at 4. He dabbled musically between R&B, jazz, and his primary genre was R&B and jazz, but he also dabbled in pop music too. His mother started classically training him to play the organ and the piano when he was about 12 years old. The big thing about Nat King Cole that few people know is that Nat King Cole was one of the deliverers of the Chicago Defender. If you guys recall the previous interview that we did, Haley and I, we talked about Chicago Defender and Robert Abbott. Robert Abbott was one of the first self-made millionaires. One of the first black self-made millionaires in the United States, and he did that through the development of the Chicago Defender newspaper. And the Chicago Defender newspaper was delivered on rail systems that went back and forth between the North and the South, and they tried to motivate black people to migrate from the South up north for a better life, better opportunities, and so on and so forth. Well, Nat King Cole was one of the workers there, and he was one of the deliverers of the Chicago Defender. So he was promoting black tranquility, black prosperity, and everything. Move north, the land of opportunities, and so on and so forth. Unfortunately, there's an old saying that if you live long enough, you either die a villain or you become the hero or whatever. Well, Nat King Cole unfortunately had a propensity to play his music in front of segregated audiences or whatever. And that created a lot of enemies in the black community. In particular, Thurgood Marshall. Thurgood Marshall called Nat King Cole Uncle Tom. And he said that as he grew older, he was saying that Nat King Cole lost track of his roots as a young man, a young teenager, young adult, or whatever, by playing to these segregated audiences, and he didn't like it. And Thurgood Marshall and several other prominent black figures tried to get black people to stop listening to Nat King Cole's music as a result. Nat King Cole got the message, and he said, I understand, I hear you, I understand that the black community is angry with me. And instead of continuing to go down the path that he was on, like, Tupac or whatever, saying only God can judge me, Nat King Cole said, I'm gonna do something different, and I'm gonna do something better, and I'm gonna get back to my roots. So Nat King Cole paid a $500 entry fee so that he could become a member of the NAACP in the Detroit chapter. And after he did all of that, he actually helped pay for and organize the March on Washington in 1963.
Oh, wow.
Now, that's a very little known fact that I had no idea that Nat King Cole was involved in the March on Washington before all of this. What makes Nat King Cole most important to me is because he was also the first African American to have his own TV show. Let me say that again. He was the first African American to have his own TV show on network TV on NBC. The TV show was called the Nat King Cole Show, okay? So the reason that Nat King Cole is important and critical to Black history is because that's why we're here. Had he not paved the way with his successes in being the first Black person with a TV show, I wouldn't be sitting here before you today, sitting on YouTube talking. Or maybe I would, but maybe 10, 20 years from now, when there was someone else. So that's the importance of Nat King Cole. He gave us a voice. He gave us a platform. He helped organize the March on Washington, and he was the first Black man with his own TV show. Can you imagine where we would be if it were not for Nat King Cole? So because of him, we're able to have this platform where we're able to speak to you on YouTube. We're also able to write books, and we're able to speak out and say proudly that we're Black and we're proud. Thanks to Nat King Cole. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you learned something new today. Take care. See you next week for the next Black History Fact.